If you are about to retire or recently retired, these markets and the turmoil that we are experiencing right now can be very unsettling. In this video, I will uncover for you how to do the necessary planning, what important change you need to make so you can take more control of the income that you desire in retirement so you can pursue that retirement of your dreams. Hi, I'm Mark Singer, founder of the Retirement Authority, and for up-to-date and timely information about these markets, retirement, income, etc., hit the subscription button below and make sure that you hit the notifications bell so you're alerted to when we post new videos. The transition into retirement is very unsettling for many, even if you have enough money or think you have enough money before these markets. Under normal circumstances, when markets are acting normally, it can be a very unsettling time to go retire to begin with. But now that we're faced with the market turmoil that we have, oh my goodness, you could really be behind the eight ball if you don't do this right. And this is where planning really becomes a very important part of the whole process of your transition into the next chapter of life. So let's talk about this for a moment, if we will. For most people, during their accumulation years, maybe they've worked with a financial planner or they've done this on their own, but the goal during these years is to accumulate as much money as possible, to have the biggest nest egg possible, and oftentimes take on more risk than you might necessarily would, knowing you've got plenty of time for it to grow, so that when you do go to retire, you have a big enough nest egg to generate the income that you want for this next chapter of life. However, as you transition into retirement, those conversations change. Interestingly, there was a study done by Fidelity many years ago that suggested that for those who are in the accumulation stage, they typically had 2.5 advisors. But when they went to retire and now are in the distribution phase, that they typically looked to go to one go-to financial planner. And I want to share with you the difference between the accumulation stage and the distribution stage. Again, in the accumulation stage, let's accumulate as much money as we can. But now that we're about to retire, that's all changed. And now we have to look at it from here, looking forward. So the conversation about money, which was top of mind, number one most important conversation to have with your planner or broker, now drops down significantly. Now it's about protection and preservation of the assets, generating the income that you need, where it comes from, prioritizing which accounts and when, how to plan for Social Security maximization, how to plan for that required minimum distribution, how to pursue some of the bucket list items you have, some of the legacy items, making sure that your surviving spouse is all set up, protecting and preserving that money and that nest egg now for the rest of the family. And I can tell you that with my conversations with my clients, and how you should address it as well, is really from top-down planning. What are your big picture goals? And then align your money management with what your goals are. And here is where you develop what we call the personal investment benchmark. It's the IQ of your investment management now. It's no longer that you want to outperform the benchmarks. It's that you need to get a certain amount of return in order to generate the income that you need. And in this way, that's your new benchmark. Do you now need 3%, 5%, 6% on the return of your money on an annualized basis in order to generate the income that you need? So the biggest change you need to be aware of, the biggest difference you need to make as you approach the management of your money, which now goes to the management of your retirement, is that you need to take a planning approach. And instead of where most brokers and most advisors start, which is on the portfolio, you need to figure out the planning. How much cash flow do you need? When do you need it? What's coming in for Social Security, pensions, etc. And then you back into how much return you're going to need on your portfolio, the personalized investment benchmark, and then you go take the necessary balance and diversification you need with your money so you don't take more risk than you need to. This is the big change when it comes to that transition from a planning perspective, from going from the accumulation stage to the distribution stage. If you're interested in learning more about what we do, you can click on the link below and hit for our full-blown masterclass. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our channel, hit the notifications bell, tell a friend, and we really do hope that you enjoy the journey and get through this market turmoil.